Grand Rising. We are living in wonderful times. I don't think we all understand how wonderful the times are that we are living in. We are living in the culmination of the prayers of our people. For so long, the world has been able to ignore us. Everything has revolved around the other nations and the vassals and the blassals that belong to the other nations. For the first time in hundreds or thousands of years, we are all that matters now. And that is something we need to make sure that we understand. Right now, we are building ourselves for the kingdom. And as you can see, the other nations are now throwing everything at the wall to see what will stick. For how long have we listened to Ish talk about Iran having weapons and that they were going to move on Iran and they were going to attack Iran and they were going to take out their, nuclear sites and everything else. And they always threatened, but they never moved until now. Because this is like, nothing matters for them anymore. So now is the time for them to go out with a bang. We've been talking about, and I've been talking about, where is your God? Where are your pastors? Where are your priests? This is the exact time where you need them the most. And they are nowhere to be found. These were the ones who pretty much pushed that the Jewish people were the Most High's chosen people. How much did we hear that growing up? These are the people. God is going to protect his people. And like I said to you, where is your God? Now, even more so of a demonstration of the Most High, where is your Jewish God? The Jewish God of Jesus, who was supposed to protect his people, is nowhere to be found. Now you're looking at pictures of missiles coming in, their battery, their real God has been their technology. Their real God has been the American technology that was supposed to protect them. And now you're seeing how missiles are coming in, destroying the city, showing you that they don't have any faith. Now all their people are running to Greece, getting on boats and going to Cyprus. This again is just the Most High showing you that he has no dealings with these people. You put your faith in a people that weren't the people. You put your faith in a people that has been doing horrible things worldwide, and you have been confederate with them. See, that was all part of vomiting up your wisdom in the Odes of Solomon 38 in the Old Testament pseudepigrapha. When you even see these people and you see how they've been immoral, not following the Torah, not fulfilling prophecy, and you backed these people anyways. You watched how they, have been bombing the other vassals, the other blassals, or, the Palestinians. And you've said nothing because you thought that they were the Most High's chosen people and that you were going to ride into heaven with them. When they get taken up, you can go, when you got raptured, you can say, well, I helped your people. So you know the importance of helping the people. You're well aware of the importance of supporting Israel. Your pastors and priests have been telling you that if you bless Israel, you will be blessed. So if you didn't believe that was true, then you wouldn't have just been so quiet when you seen them and doing all these dastardly deeds against other vassals. But you know that there's a blessing when you bless Israel. So therefore, you're willing to look away. Look at the things that they're doing. Look away from the things that they're doing. Look at the things that don't make any sense. Look at how they have not treated people correctly, how they thought that they were better than, how, they run around here gloating like they were better than. But you said nothing because you thought they were the Most High's chosen people and that you had to bless them, that your life and that your blessing was connected to how you treated Ish. But lo and behold, the real truth is your blessing is connected to how you treated the true people of the Most High, which is scaring you even more because you made a deal with Satan to hate the Most High's chosen people, to be prejudiced against the Most High's chosen people. In fact, you went in November and voted thinking that we were immigrants and that we were going to be the ones that were going to suffer because of your vote. When you voted for Trump, he was going to make America great again. The only way to make America great again would be to get rid of us so-called Negroes, because we are the only ones standing in your way. We are the only ones that stood in your way of, just this living in this, utopian society, because we've always been there and we've always been a thorn in your side. We've always made you feel uncomfortable because every time you look at us, you know that you came here and you stole our blessing. You stole our reparations. And you've had to do a lot of immoral things to be able to live here for all this time, knowing that you stole the reparations that were due to us. And that's why you really hate us, because we remind you that your forefathers were the ones that sold you into slavery. Just like you've been saying to us that we've sold our own people into slavery. Well, your own people, your forefathers sold you into slavery. They enjoyed the dainties, they enjoyed the fruits of these lands, while, knowing that eventually you were going to have to pay. Everything has to pay. It has to be paid for. Everything has a cost. So really, in actuality, your forefathers sold you into slavery because they knew that, I'm not going to be around, but my children will be around, so they'll have to start paying for all this. And that's exactly what's happened. And see, your pastor, remember before, your pastor said you didn't have to pay for anything, that Jesus paid it all. But here you are, still stuck, looking at your whole world crumbling around you. So we got to say thank you to the Most High, because we, just like you were the only ones that mattered before, we are the only ones that matter now. The Most High has raised up his people, and every day you get more and more exposed, and your people get quieter and quieter every day, because they were pushing the whole GMS doctrine last week about how you blacks are next, just like GMS says, Jacob's trouble is coming for us in the future, which we've been saying that's not true. But we got many people who wanted to lie and say we didn't know what the hell we're talking about, we're bug outs and didn't know anything. But the Most High has a way of exposing the liars, exposing the ones that are have made a covenant with Psalms 83, and the ones that are his children, because the things that he's given us to say have been working out 100%. The stuff that your father has been telling you is now being exposed as nothing but lies. Putting immigrants on the 12 tribes chart, immigrants that never cared about us, immigrants that never wanted to be anything, do anything with us, has been exposed. And you can see that all these groups have taken the bag, and now the bag has to be paid for. So I want to say thank you again to the Most High. Thank you to the Holy Spirit. Thank you to our earthly mother for taking care of us and getting us ready for these times. Because now all the things that they've given us to say is now coming to pass. So go read your Jeremiah 30 and 16 and see what's on the docket very soon. Much love, family. Shalom.